Hello and welcome to Latona's open house for CapitalSA.com. My name is Chip Bowerly. I'm here with Leon Clavers. Leon's the owner and operator of Capital SA. Leon, thank you for being with me here today. Appreciate it. Okay. Um, if you haven't already dialed into your audio bridge, please do so now. You can use your computer's audio system to listen in. Obviously, we had to switch formats, so there is nobody on this particular call to submit questions. But we will be sending this out as a recording to everybody that had signed up for the original open house. And if you have any questions, please feel free to jot them down as you go. Send them in an email to me, and Leon and I will make sure that we get these answered and back to you very quickly. All right, this is the deal we're working on today. Um, the annual revenue for this site is $10,729. Um, annual expenses are $28,060. We're looking at an annual profit of $7,868. These are all hyperlinks on Latona's page. You can click on these to see the graph on exactly how it went as a month by month basis. The asking price for this particular uh, purchase would be $30,000. So, Leon, this is the landing page for CapitalSA.com. Can you talk a little bit about the history of the site? What made you start it, and when did you start it, and how's it been going since?
Okay, thank you, Chief. CapitalSA.com started like about 2 years ago while I was talking about how students need help, and I decided to come up with a website which can represent, which can help the students also, as I generate revenue from them. Back to you, Chief.
Very nice. All right, excellent. So this is your Facebook page, and it shows you got about 125 people liking it. Um, doesn't seem like we're getting much traction from this. Do you think there's a way to actually expand on this Facebook page, or is this just something that is really just been there to help guide people to the site?
Like I appreciate when my customers come and they see what like the various uh, services which I offer to them.
Hmm.
Like when you look at the Facebook page, you can see that we present to them dissertations and such like of the items which you offer.
Okay,
So,
very nice.
like currently we maintain it and we keep updating it.
Very good. How often do you post on the Facebook page?
About 3 times a day.
Okay, very good. Excellent. All right, moving on. This is the Wayback Machine from Internet Archive. It's wayback.org. Anybody can go here and see, but this just shows you the piece when the site is being updated. Just shows you a little bit of the longevity of the business. It's only a couple of years, so really not a lot to see here. But I'd like to talk a little bit about your analytics. This is directly from your Google Analytics page. I see that you get really nice spikes right here and right here. Can you describe why you get such high spikes at those time of the year?
There are times of the year where our clients are at their peak season, so there are a lot of term papers, and they need to submit most of their work during the same time. That's why you have those types of work.
I see. All right. So it is basically a cyclical business. It's more when the term papers are due and reports are due. So right after January and right before the end of the year. So that's when you're going to be doing most of your business, correct?
Correct.
All right. Very good. I see that the United States is your biggest buyer, and then the United Kingdom next. Um, we got Russia in there also. I'm surprised to see that. Now, do you do these in other languages, or is this simply what how would you explain the fact that you have all these others in here?
like the others, what happens is that they're they're international students in those countries, so th- they do online classes in the US.
Hmm.
So when their IP address reflects that they're in Russia, but they're students in the US
I
doing
see.
online classes.
Okay. So, but do you do any cross-cultural uh paperwork, or like would you write something in Russian, or would you write something in Chinese for them, or would they need to translate it themselves if they happen to be a Chinese speaker or a Russian speaker?
No, no, I only do in English.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, I see that you have 95% of your traffic is coming from the referral links. And we're going to touch base on that in a little bit when we look at the archive.org. But you do have some organic search, which is also nice. But I'm not seeing any social media traffic. I take it that the people are using more of the referral links from other pages to get to you, which is also very good. That means you have control of your traffic, and I like that. Organic traffic is so dependent on Google search algorithms that it could go back and forth. It could drop away. But when you have the referral links, you know that you're going to be getting a constant flow of traffic. So very well done on that part. I like it. Um,
Thanks.
my pleasure. And another good thing to see is that you have actual students on desktops as opposed to using their mobiles or tablets that are the ones that are coming to you. Did you do anything particular to get that type, or is it just organically grown because that's where the students are when they're using their computers and they're looking for these type of services that you're providing? Was there anything that you did, or is this just something that grew up on its own?
Like you can see the traffic is based on referral.
Hmm.
So majorly you get that they get referred by their friends and maybe and some also is also organic.
I see. Okay, interesting. All right. So moving on, this is going to be the Majestic SEO. This is talking about the backlinks. And since you have such great referral, I'm very surprised at the referring domains being so small. Um, I would say to the new owner that the best bet to do is to continue the trend that you already have going so well, because these are where you're getting your referrals from. You have 38 referring domains with 148 backlinks on them. And that is where you're getting 95% of your traffic from. So that's very good. Very good. I think that this would be a spot that the new owner could use to start as the stepping stone to building the business even higher than it is now. So good work on this. These are
Yeah, that's
obviously
correct.
obviously quality links that you put together. Um, and it shows in this that those are quality links because they're coming to all sorts of different pages on your site. The admission essay, admission essay, different capital, your landing page. All of these have links to them, so that's why you're doing so well. You have it built out correctly, and I like the way you've done it. Very nice. So moving on, these are the top 5 links that Majestic SEO thinks are best for you. Essay writing coupons. Is that something you're familiar with?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with it. That's why we post our the discount code
Okay. All right. So
which clients get.
very nice. And articlebase.com, free press release submit. All these are exactly what you were targeting to get the correct people to your site. So did you do these on purpose, except for the essay writing? Because I know you put your coupons there. But were any of these others targeted, or is this just something that they felt that your business was a good match, so they linked themselves?
They felt that my business a good match, and then they link themselves definitely.
Very nice. That shows that you're putting out quality content, though. If people are willing to take the time to go to your site themselves, then it shows that they agree with what you're doing. So, well done there. Talk a little bit about the traffic, and obviously, it spikes the same time when you're going to be doing the essays mostly during the end of the year, during the Christmas break. And I see that you're doing, let's say, let's just do December. 800 paid unique visitors. But when you check the page views, it's up around 2,500. So that means that the people aren't just coming to your site and looking at one page and leaving. They're actually working on your site and going through it. I like that. That shows that the content that you put together is not only intriguing, but it's actually a positive use for these students. And I'll be honest, when I was in college, I would love to have had an essay writing service for me. So I understand their use. Very well done
Yeah,
with this. Okay, so moving on, this is your administration section, and I'm going to let you do most of the talking on this. Um, I'd like you to show on the next several slides what you do on these pages and what they are used for. This is obviously to manage orders. Go ahead and please talk a little bit about this for me.
okay. Like when you see, like when you look at the interface, you, on the top right, there's my work desk and my settings and like the logout buttons. Like in
Mm-hmm.
my work desk, when I click on it, I come to my managed orders, and in my managed orders is where once the client makes the order reflects on the admin side. So I take I copy paste the instructions and then I forward them to the writers. And
Nice.
also on the settings button also is where I can set the discount code, and after setting the discount code I submit it to the client, like if there's an offer or something of the sort.
I see. All right. So this is general taking care of the people that originally put their orders in. This is the first page you would go to, correct?
Correct.
Very nice. All right, on this next page, this is actually after you've already submitted to them, or actually, I don't know as well as you do. So tell me a little bit about what you do on this particular page. Is this just for tracking?
Like this page is for tracking, and also once the order is done, I'm able to upload it. Like when you can check the status of this current order, they're completed. So when you upload them, they become completed. But when the client makes an order, they become pending and then later become available to the writers. And then once you have uploaded them, they become completed. And also the clients also have an order ID to be able to track their orders.
I see. All right, very good. I see. This is your cost. This is the $5, correct?
Yeah, like like when you like the cost of which the client pays.
I see.
Yeah,
All right, very
the
good.
client pays and then I pay the.
I see. So very nice. All right, so decent little upgrade on the price for them. Now, when we go to this one, we're going to be looking for if this is this when you're editing the orders, changing things.
Like what you're looking at now is where as an admin I highlight it and then I copy the instructions and then forward it. But in future, I may advise the buyer to create an interface whereby the writer and the client website can be merged together, which will enable him or her to save on time and also to manage the website effectively.
I see. All right, very nice, very nice. And this particular page is I take it this is their payment page.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like there you can see that the orders which what the client pays and what you what you need to pay the writer.
I see. All right, so $5 to the writer, and then $45 is what the client paid. Correct.
Correct.
Well, that's a nice little profit margin on this one. I like it. Very good. And obviously, you use PayPal or any of these cards. So,
Okay, I can accept all those cards, but for, when they pay using the cards, I receive them on my PayPal.
okay, I got you.
Apart from only special clients that request for other modes of payment.
Hmm. Okay, but you would say 99% of them pay with PayPal, correct? Or pay through PayPal.
Yeah, 99%,
Okay, very good.
99% paid.
Excellent. So that's good because that shows that I mean PayPal is going to be a third party source, so all revenues can definitely be proven and shown. So very good. Tell me a little bit about this page. This is a certain just checking us on a certain order.
Yeah, like when you can see that that's the order number 197,
Mm-hmm.
like where you have placed the cursor, you are able to, in case a client, you can request a client to extend the deadline. So when you click on it, you are able to extend the deadline of the order.
I see. Okay, very good. And what's the average deadline that time period?
Like we work with between 6 to 30 days,
I see.
6 hours to 30 days.
And how often do they ask you to extend it?
Okay, like only the writer may ask to be extended, but like rarely do the customer, rarely does the client ask you to reduce the time.
Right. Now, I'm sure the students want them as soon as possible, but how
But
often do you think the writers need to extend their deadlines? Do you ever have a breach where you don't get it on time for the student, or is that very rarely?
that's very rarely. Most of the time, there's an agreement between the students and the writer.
I see. All right, very good. And now this is click for final sessions. Click to find sessions. I'm sorry. Talk a little bit about the site settings on this. What are we doing with this particular page?
Like this is where you can create the discount code and the
Hmm.
percentage or the amount which you're ready to give to the client. So when you come here, you can put the settings for the discount code and forward it to the client.
Understood. All right. Very nice.
Also, below there, you have noticed there's a chat
I see. Hmm.
where we are able to chat with the customer when he's online. Like we offer 24/7 online support to the customer.
I got you. And who actually mans that? Is that something you do yourself?
Like currently, I do it personally. I have an application on my phone which I use, which once the client comes, I automatically get the chat, and I'm able to chat with him or her.
I see. Very nice. All right. And for this is the discount settings, obviously. What would you say the percentage of discounted essays are?
Like on the website,
Hmm.
I have a discount. I have a discount page which I like for the first clients. The first clients, I give them 30% discount,
Hmm.
and returning clients also give them 15% discount.
Very good. Well, when they feel like they're getting something, that's going to make them be return visitors. So very smart doing that. I like it.
Yeah,
Excellent. So obviously, I just wanted to touch base on the revenue because it's very important. I told you earlier that the hyperlinks on Latona's page show the graph by date, and that's exactly what you would be seeing for the revenues. Um, Obviously, the spike in November makes perfect sense. The spike in February. This is when the pages are going to be due. So this is when you're going to be getting your clients in there to take a look. What's nice is
yeah,
it coincides exactly with your expenses. Just shows that
that's
the
very nice.
shows that the cost of doing business is there. But if you look back, the expenses are probably about 1/5 of what you're doing in revenue. So very, very, very profitable business is what you're showing here. So if you could do me a favor and tell me a little bit about the day-to-day operation of the site. I saw all those different admin pages. Um, how often do you have to go to them, and how many hours? I would say, how would you say, how many hours a day do you actually spend on the business?
Like the website operates like a freelance business in terms that I have the marketing team who who does the SEO, and then I also have like for me basically what I do is I have writers who do their work, and also I technically I only do overseeing. So like for concerning the hours, maybe a maximum of 10 hours per week.
I got you. All right. So basically, it's just answering emails, being on that chat that we spoke about earlier, um,
Yeah,
and overseeing to make sure that the site continues to run properly. And that's pretty much your role, correct?
yeah, correct.
Oh, and collecting money, which is a good thing. That's one of the favorite jobs out there. So very nice. Excellent. So tell me, Leon, if you were going to keep this business, um, what would be your future expectations, and what would you do to enhance the site growth? Leon? Leon, did I lose you? Looks like we lost Leon for a second. I'm going to pause this recording until we get him back. One moment. Leon, are you back? All right. Well, I'll just continue. Um, just to let everyone know that we are having a little bit of technical difficulty, but I do believe Leon should be back in just a moment. Let's see. Last question that I would be asking Leon would be why you're selling the site. Um, Basically, what he told me is that he has other opportunities that are far more pressing. Obviously, going to be a little bit more lucrative, and that would be the thing that he is actually focusing on now. So instead of diversifying and having five things that you do okay, he wanted to do one thing and do it perfectly. So that would be the next step. Basically, at this point, we've got to the end of the webinar. So I would like to say, if anybody has any more questions, feel free to put them into an email, and we can send them directly to me. Leon's been very, very open and has gotten these to me very quickly. Anytime I've sent questions to him, he's an open book. As I said before, revenues can all be confirmed via PayPal, via third-party sites, so that you can make sure that what you're buying is exactly what Leon and I have been saying it is. Uh, but please feel free to send those questions to me. I'll get them over to Leon and we'll get them answered quickly and efficiently. Again, my name is Chip Bowerly. I'm sorry that we lost Leon, but I really appreciated him being there. If anybody would like to speak, you can call me at 863-557-3108, or you can email me those questions, chip@latonas.com, or Skype me at chip.latonas. And we can get all those questions answered for you, and hopefully you'll feel comfortable enough to put an offer in, and we'll make this deal happen. So thank you very much for taking the time to hear us today. And I wanted to thank Leon one more time for being here and helping us out. And otherwise, everybody have a great day. And this will be the end of the recording. Thank you.